Hi, I'm your professor, Dr. Chris Eby, and this is part of our series on the different labs that you will be doing in this course. Today we're working on building a planet. Like a lot of labs, this science interactive lab has glitches in it and errors. I will also be listing these out. So we're going to take a look at this. In this case, with building a planet, it makes the lab a lot shorter. And the big glitch, let's take a look at the lab and then work through it together. So here I am in building a planet. Um, there's the introduction section in here. So basically, this is all introductory ideas. Read through it. There are questions for points embedded into the lab itself. Um, and don't be afraid to ask me. I mean, there's a few formulas like you see right here. This is very not a formula heavy course. Now, this is where the glitch comes in. It says in experimentation that you're going to determine the density of unknown rocks, classify crustal rocks based on their density, and identify the steps in the rock cycle and their corresponding processes. When you actually go into the lab itself, though, it's just number 3. And so it's just as straightforward as it appears. Don't worry about the density stuff. I know that it mentions it. They don't have questions for it. They didn't provide those material. Oh, let me pause this for just a second while I get that. Hi, Chris Eby speaking. Hi, Chelsea. Okay. Okay. That's perfect. Perfect. Can I do it upstairs? Once again, it's a little bit more comfortable. Perfect. Thank you so much. You too. Bye. All right, going back to our discussion here. Um, where we're looking at the rock cycle. This is just as straightforward as it appears. What you're going to do is you're basically going to go through the steps. Hit continue here, and you're going to apply different steps to your rock and see what happens. So we're looking at a sedimentary rock. Let's see what happens when we apply melting. Melt. Great animation there. Turns into magma. So in this cycle stage, you could have, you would start with, for example, did they start you with sedimentary rock? I guess they started you with sediment. So you did melting, and what you had was magma. Then you start with the magma slash lava, because we don't know if it's above or below ground. And then you could add cooling. See what happens. Ooh, a snowflake. And now it's an igneous rock. So it's cooling and it's igneous. And just continue on like that. It's pretty straightforward. Um, and then in this exercise, you just describe the journey of one way to start from sediment and get to schist. Schist is a high-grade metamorphic rock. So, which should make sense based on your previous reading. So that's it for that lab. It's pretty straightforward, particularly because they left out a section. So we'll see this in other labs as well, so that there's a glitch and that gets you out of work. So let me know if you have any questions. I'm always available.